guys?
Friday.
It is indeed Friday, and that means we're going to be recording some Cybermen Reacts with Toby and Zerka.
Why am I still Zerka,
Why did you get that name?
I don't know.
Why
I
am
don't
I
actually
always
don't know.
Zerka?
Anyway, what video have you picked for us today, Toby?
Today we are reacting to 10 unexpected things that will happen by 2050.
Just throwing it out there, I'll be 57. 58.
Ah! Don't say that! Don't say that! Don't say that!
You say 58.
Toby, you're 57, 58, no, 57 is the year. On that year.
It's the matter thing is, it's less than 30 years until 2050. Like, 2050 sounds.
That sounds
Like
futuristic.
the future.
Yeah. Whoa,
Even Harry will be older then. Sorry.
Oh, how old will I be? Wait, I'll be
54.
Mate, if I'm still kicking at 2050, I'll be asked. We'll have a toast to it. We'll sit down for a beer with 2050. Be like, look, boys, we actually made it this far.
If that's a concern for you, you need to make some better
You should do some
lifestyle
lifestyle changes, bro.
Alright, anyway, let's get it started.
We all carry tiny computers around in our pockets that give us access to all the world's knowledge. Speak to intelligent devices in our homes when we want to know what the weather's like outside or need to order a pizza. And some of us even have cars that can take over driving duties for us in most conditions. It may seem like the peak, but it's not even close. Prognosticators like famed futurist Ray Kurzweil, who is currently Google's director of engineering, have been peering into the future for decades with a remarkable level of accuracy. And if they're right, which they usually are, the next 30 years or so are going to absolutely blow your mind. Here are 10 things we can expect to take place before the year 2050.
Exciting.
Better not let me down.
Self-driving car technology has come a very long way in just the past 5 years or so.
You need this, Toby. You need this.
Harry, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. Think of all the times I've driven you home safely from Sidemen shoots, and this is what you want to do.
I'd feel a lot safer if the car was self-driving.
Ask me for a lift again. Ask me for a lift again, buddy.
I asked you for a list the other day. You said no. You said
Yeah,
no.
I was going home. You want to come home with me?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What we've seen from the tech so far is just the tip of the iceberg. A recent study by microprocessor giant Intel predicts that we'll see this technology ramp up very quickly, becoming an $800 billion industry by 2035 and exploding into a $7 trillion revenue stream by 2050. Intel refers to this revenue stream as the passenger economy, which takes into account goods and services that will benefit from the rise of fully autonomous vehicles.
They're everywhere.
In Dubai, they're literally every building.
Yeah. I've said this in Dubai. They literally own everything, bro.
The package delivery and transportation industries will undergo a seismic shift, and transportation fatalities will practically cease to exist.
I can't see drones going delivering parcels still.
Do they not already have them?
I just can't see it happening. Like, surely it should get nabbed.
Yeah.
If you drop a drone in ends, that drone's gone, bro.
That PS5 you ordered, gone.
I'd rather someone deliver it.
General Motors recently announced that as soon as next year, they'll be introducing a next-generation Chevy Bolt that will be fully autonomous and won't even come equipped with a steering wheel and pedals.
Mad.
What? No.
The smartphone revolution is only a little more than a decade old, but already it seems like the device that none of us can live without is hitting a technological wall. Their power, battery life, and ease of use simply can't be significantly improved upon, which has many in the tech industry thinking about what comes next. While the answer isn't clear, they certainly have a few ideas, and they all point to the inevitability that within the next decade, the smartphone as we know it will become a thing of the past. What we do know is that many of the signs of this forthcoming obsolescence can already be seen in today's phones. Apple and Samsung, by far the two largest smartphone manufacturers, have recently been focusing heavily on upgrades to their voice-based, artificially intelligent virtual assistants, a trend we can expect to continue. Also, augmented reality features which overlay the real world with digital objects and interfaces.
That freaks me out, you know. I don't like the. I know it's not actually built into your wrist.
It's a projector on that wristband, right?
Yeah.
It'd actually be dead still. Like, if you're out in the sun, glare, mate.
Yeah.
I can't see.
Personal computing devices may look more like small, unobtrusive AR headsets, but even further into the future, your device may actually become a part of your
Imagine
brain.
the boys just chilling all like that. That's the things.
The formation of a new company called Neuralink, the sole goal of which is to...
This freaks me. I don't like the things in your head.
I'm out.
A brain-computer interface which will finally close the gap between our minds and our machine.
Josh would get it. 100% Josh would get it.
Why would I get it?
I feel like you like that stuff now.
I've already got it. Yeah, I think it's quite cool. Like, if they actually manage to implement the things of like, oh, you can just install a language, that'd be sick.
Nah, I'm not doing it. I can't. Imagine you get hacked.
Too many cons.
That's one thing that I'd be like, oh yeah, imagine they hack Neuralink. Your brain's fucked.
My Twitter got hacked. My Twitter got hacked. My Neuralink can get hacked as well.
Half-time
Harry's
boys in your
thoughts
head.
get exposed to the timeline. Oh no.
Speaking of Elon Musk, he's also been in the news early and often lately, as his private aerospace company SpaceX has been
He's doing the
ramping up
most, you know.
activity.
What's he
The
doing?
company is the first entity,
He's too
public
rich.
or private, to launch a recycled rocket into space, and the standardization of their techniques could make rocket launches up to 30% cheaper, which is a good starting point. But all Musk has ever really wanted is to make space travel accessible and affordable to the
Yes.
public, and they
Yes,
may
yes,
very
yes.
well
I
be
love
closing
that
in
so
on that
much.
mission.
So would you do this, Harry? Would you go to space?
Yes, I would go space.
Even if you was like one of the first ones to do it?
No, I wouldn't be
think
the
I
first
would-
to do it. No,
I
no,
think
no.
I'd do it as well. But I would die happy if I could go to space.
It's too expensive as well. Like for the first like few years.
You're in the
it's just-
Sidemen though.
Even so, mate. Oh, actually, you raise a good point, my friend. You raise a very good point.
Sidemen Sunday, Simon go to space.
What a prank that'd be. Wait, do you reckon you could prank someone just like wait till they're asleep and just like put them on a rocket and then wake
I
up in
don't think
space?
so, no. I don't think you could.
It would bang, probably. It would bang.
While space tourism remains far out of reach for the general public, some, including NASA astronaut Don Thomas, are predicting that this won't be the case in as little as 10 years.
10 years.
What?
That's not long.
Be 37.
Stop it.
Recent advances in artificial intelligence, or AI, are as thrilling as they are scary. Facebook's experiments with AI chatbots resulted in two bots promptly creating a new language that only they could understand before the plug was pulled. And that's only one recent example.
Oh, shit.
Some of the world's smartest people, such as astrophysicist Stephen Hawking, are of the opinion that AI poses a greater threat to mankind than any other technology. It may be mind-blowing to you that you can ask Siri to cue up your favorite song and make her learn how to pronounce your friends' names correctly. But those working on the technology have far loftier goals in mind. Ray Kurzweil is an authority on this subject, which is why Google has tasked him with figuring out ways to improve and even revolutionize its search engine technology. He thinks that on its current course, research into artificial intelligence will produce an AI that will pass the Turing test, meaning that in conversation it will be indistinguishable from a human being.
That's scary. I'm not trying to hear that.
But when they get too smart, it's fucked.
We're gonna die to robots.
Just, it might happen, you know. That might be us.
Genuinely.
That might be us done.
Oh well.
We could clone the Sidemen.
Oi!
We'll get them to do side reacts for us. Whack a video there.
Videos though.
Can we get AI to do a whole Simon Sunday? Like a Simon Sunday, but they're robots. We just get 7 robots and get them to learn who we are. Just watch them
It's not
interact with each
a
other.
terrible idea, you know.
It's like 4 years off. We could do something like that, surely.
Let's be frank. Once we have robots that are indistinguishable from humans, it will take about 10 seconds before people from all walks of life are lining up around the proverbial block to have sex with those robots. There is no short supply of
JJ's
ethical
first in the
issues
line for
involved
this,
with
by the way.
human-on-robot
True,
sex,
yeah.
but knowing what we know about human nature, it is definitely going to happen. And many forward-looking minds are already trying to work out how we will integrate human-robot relationships into society. Far from simply sex toys, many experts are predicting that a great deal of humans will choose to forego romantic relationships with other humans in favor of robots. Famed futurist Dr. Ian Person predicts that virtual sex in some form or another will be commonplace by 2030, with robots capable of
come on.
sexual relations appearing in wealthy households as soon as 2035. Dr. Person also agrees with London University professor David Levy, author of a book on the subject
Humans
of
are
human-robot
tapped, we're so
relations,
tapped.
that actual marriage between human and machine will be legal by 2050.
Nah, boys, that's a bit. I don't want to offend any robots watching. But I do think marriage should be between a human and a human. That's all I would say. Actually, no, because some people marry animals, don't they? I'm gonna stop. I want to say something offensive.
A cure for cancer has long been the holy grail of medicine, and it's eluded us in large part because cancer is not just one disease. A wide range of malignancies that attack the body in completely different ways fall into the range of cancer, meaning that there cannot truly be a one-size-fits-all cure, unless perhaps there can be. Recent developments have seen a completely new approach to treating cancer in all of its forms, and they're promising enough that some experts are claiming that an end to cancer is in sight. In 2016,
Really?
researchers announced a new treatment that
buy
acts
it.
as a universal cancer vaccine.
Peas, don't it?
That's why I don't buy it. Literally,
What do you mean?
that
So many
industry
peas in
makes
industry.
So much bread. Pharmaceuticals in itself is just ridiculous.
$1 trillion industries over there.
They're collecting the bag. Fair play to them. Boys. Fair play to them.
You get bags sometimes.
Such a
Different kind of
reach.
pharmaceuticals.
Such a fucking the low hanging fruit, Josh. That's what you've done. You just yeah.
A recent analysis from 2 universities in the UK has suggested that by 2050, cancer mortality in patients under the age of 80 will dwindle to 0.
It's nuts.
The slow march of time has been the
We'll be
enemy
under
of
the age of 80.
mankind for our entire history. But many scientists believe that this doesn't have to be the case forever, or even for very much longer. Increasingly, aging is coming to be seen by the scientific community not as some inevitable mystical process, but as a destructive biochemical one, and one that with the right technology can be prevented or even reversed. Ray Kurzweil, for his part, believes that biotech
okay.
upgrades will add 1 year of life
Come on,
expectancy
Josh, we
to our
got a
own
chance.
current lifespans every year, beginning in 2020. These encapsulate myriad technologies, from computerized 3D printed implants to stem cell therapies to genetic engineering, a technology which is already a reality thanks to CRISPR, the gene editing technique that is currently undergoing rigorous testing
we
in
shouldn't be
China,
touching,
where lax
innit?
regulations compared to the US allow for a wider variety of techniques to be examined. A stunning array of universities and institutions are pursuing these technologies, and they're making some bold predictions. Cadell Last of the amazingly named Global Brain Institute thinks that humans will reach their 120th birthdays by 2050, and David Kekich of the Maximum Life Institute has gone even further, saying that he believes we will have the tools to reverse aging by 2029.
Why?
Like, to think though, right? All this stuff probably will happen, but we're gonna be screwed. There's gonna be so many people on the planet.
That's what I'm saying. We're fucked as it is.
Always gonna come up one of those films, isn't it, where like we're gonna like the tier system of people based on like their what's it called? Their salaries will be a huge issue.
What do you mean?
Because like the highest earners will have all this like reverse aging process stuff, and it's gonna create this huge divide between the two.
Survival of the richest.
It'd be like, you know what's a film? In Time. But have you seen it, Harry?
I don't watch. You know, I don't watch films.
At all.
No,
He
I've seen
can't
about
sit
5
through them.
films in my life.
You can watch documentaries, but you can't watch films.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, in this film, like, your life is time on your arm. So it would say, like, 40 seconds left, or it would say 20 years. And the rich people have, like, 400 years left on their arm.
Well, they can just add time to it. They can like
Yeah,
buy
and
time.
everything you do is
Yeah.
paid by time. So, like, you say you want to buy a car, you'd pay for it in time. So you might say, like, pay 5 days, and you lose 5 days of your life by paying for it.
Okay.
But in the film, they're all sectored off into different areas. So, like, the rich people live only with rich people. And and you can't get into the rich area unless you have X amount of time on your arm.
How do you get rich?
That's kind of cool.
That means it just separates everyone completely. I feel like all that stuff's going to end up happening if we're not careful.
Well, we can only hope, boys. We can only hope.
An artificial brain that performs just like a human one will be within reach by 2050, if you believe the scientists that have made the development of this tech their life's work. A Massachusetts company called Neurologics has created an artificially intelligent platform based on the design of the human brain, and that's just the beginning. Futurists such as Kurzweil, Persson, and others are in near unanimous agreement that within the next few decades, the technology will exist to digitally decode a human being's consciousness and upload it into an artificial unit no larger
it
than
still
our
be us?
actual brains. Of course, if this is true, it means that the human
That
race will
film
have
is
achieved
so tapped, by the
immortality.
way.
We'll be able to conquer death completely. Our minds will exist solely in the digital realm, housed in artificial bodies that can simply be replaced if injured or destroyed.
That's it. But also very scary. Like, say we clone your brain, Harry.
Yeah.
So then there's two of your brains, right?
Yeah.
Do you, like... Did you think in both brains? Or is
don't
someone
know.
think like you and it is you, but it's not you?
But it can't be me because I'm thinking in the other brain. You'd have to. I don't know.
I think you would just
He's
think it's you.
probably uploaded his brain
You'll
to
get
the cloud
confused
as
which one's
well.
actually you.
Yeah, but it's not. It can't be me because I'm still there.
Right,
you
the
can
robot
sync
you will
it,
think
like,
it's
you know-
actually you, and you will think that you're it.
You can sync it across the cloud. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah. And Harry's
Be
found
like
his
those
hands
Apple
again. He's got
devices.
his
You know when
balls
your
out.
iPad's linked to your iPhone and all
What
that.
what
Yeah.
if the servers go down? What?
Servers go down.
I'm in trouble.
You got some data stored in your cache. You're fine. You're
Watch
fine.
out, guys. Got 12 hours maintenance on the servers.
I'm dropping frames, lads. I'm dropping frames. I just can't see anything.
It's shot down for 12 hours. I guess when you sleep, you could have a little update. Software update.
You know the TikTok he did with the cereal. The lag in real life.
Yeah.
Walking around, dropping frames.
It should be noted that Kurzweil has been making predictions about the
Just one
future of
Donny doing
technology for
everything.
over 30 years, with an astonishing rate of
mental.
accuracy. Fully 86% of his predictions have come to pass, and he
Mad.
has long insisted that at our rate of technological advancement, we will experience what he calls a technological singularity. He describes this as the point at which we will multiply our effective intelligence a billion-fold by merging with the intelligence we have created. And if you think that sounds crazy, consider the humble smartphone. Obsolete though it may soon be, we use these devices as extensions of ourselves ourselves already. There's no need to rack your brain trying to remember a detail of some movie to win an argument when you can quickly look it up online, or to stand in the rain trying to hail a cab when you can just tell Siri to get you an Uber. We do these things without even thinking of the time when they simply weren't possible. And as new technological advances keep coming fast and furious, we will integrate them into our lives just as eagerly as we did the first iPhone. Many futurists agree that the singularity, the point at which human beings and our technology become one and the same, will take place by 2050, but not Kurzweil. He thinks it'll happen by 2045, and he's not often wrong.
My God!
Did they say 86% of his predictions have come to pass?
Yeah.
This Donny knows his business.
I mean, this stuff's got to happen. Well, not got to happen, but it seems like it's set to happen, right? Because they've been trying to do it for years. Ever since we were at school, they were saying we were going to do this. And it's never changed. And to be fair, think about it, like, 20 years ago, the Nokia 3210 came out.
20 years ago! 20 years
Bro, look at what that phone was. Everyone was gassed. It could play Snake, bro.
Oh, mate, I don't know. I feel like I got a tingly thing. I don't know. I feel
2003
weird.
Yeah, I
comes.
got,
Snake
like,
2,
a
boys. There's
horrible
Snake
goosebumps.
2. It's like the first one, but it's different. Meanwhile, we're now using phones for everything.
Remember the days of monophonic ringtones and that?
What's it, Jamster? Paper Crazy Frog.
You
Where are you in?
You lot are really old.
We're in
I'm
boomers.
not- I'm
Bro,
not
you're like
part
4
of this.
years younger than us. Shush. You can try,
Harry,
and
Harry,
play the young
PDA
card as much as you want. But deep down, you know you're getting old. I can hear the
I'm
panic in
slipping
your
away.
voice.
It's my
Do-
birthday
do-
in 4 days. I'm done. Ah!
Do you remember what a PDA is, Harry?
A PDA. That's what Josh and Fred do in public, no?
Hey,
No.
me.
A personal digital assistant.
Oh no, I've never.
I
had
never
that.
used one of those, to be fair, Toby.
Well, I never used one. I wasn't old enough. I was just seeing if you remembered it.
They're just like how
Anyway, boys, we're waffling. Thanks for watching Side Memory Acts, boys. I'll see you lot in the cloud.
Goodbye. In the